Hi guys, welcome to this computer system. It's created with one of the latest ISOs, right? The one you can build today. ArcoLinuxB.com. Build it and you have it, and you'll have the release of September already. Just a number, that's all it is. The topic of the video is ArcoLinux Tweak Tool. Although it's holiday, this is my project, right? Learning how to write Python and GTK code. ArcoLinux Tweak Tool. And the idea is to have something that if I go to another ArcoLinux based system and take a look at the last line here, it's number 15, Cache OS. If you go to another ArcoLinux based system, you have, for example, the availability of Awesome or BSPWM or DWM or i3, etc. Right? Choose your desktop. That's one. I've been working on login. So there are different login managers. There's SDDM, LightDM, LXDM, GDM, MDM, Li, right? And these guys are at this point in time activated here. By default, on ArcoLinux and many other distros, they use SDDM. It's active. You can enable it here. That's the sudo system ctl enable, right? And then it says active up here. Same for LightDM and LXDM, but you see, it does not seem to be installed. We can install it, and of course, super interesting, the wall. This I can't show you because this is a real metal machine, right? It's not a virtual box, meaning I can't really log out here. But we can do the following. We can see or say that we can install LightDM and then go over the variables, and you try it out. If you say I want to have a go at switching between SDDM and LightDM, now there is a fair warning to be told here. Not every hardware out there is happy with LightDM, nor is all the hardware happy with SDDM. So it's a trial and error thing. It's basically super simple. So if you install LightDM, the only time to switch and to LightDM, we have actually something called to LightDM. So an alias is basically going to get everything in. So install me LightDM. It's already there, it's already there, it's already there, and it's going to be enabling things. So remember this one, sudo system ctl enable. And that's it. And all the rest is some letters you remember. LightDM, that's one of them. SDDM, that's another one. LXDM, that's another one. And it doesn't matter if the files of SDDM are still there or not, right? It's void, it's not used, it's nice, it's a file, that's it. It will use that one. That's that one that's behind this enable thing, right? So LightDM it is. Hold on. Yep. So that's something. If there is something else, this won't work, then you force it. That's also a very good tip. -F. But all of this is done with the button, right? Enable LightDM, and we give you always notch all the time if you start the tweak tool from the terminal. That is. You can now to log in if you like. Desktop session XFCE. If you want to have more Awesome, install, and then Awesome is installed, and you can log in with that as well. So log in later. This one, we should think about possible refreshing that particular thing. And then we don't have to restart, because basically it's going to go inside a folder and gonna check what's in that folder, and they're gonna make a nice drop down for us. So Awesome. So sorry, LightDM over here. Login, yes, Awesome, fine. Theme, choose a theme, fine. Icon theme, sure. Sardi arc, fine. And then you apply the settings, and it's written to a certain file, etc/lightdm/lightdm.conf. And other things are written to the GTK greeter, unless you have installed Slit Greeter, which is an alternative. Think about Linux Mint. That's the one. That's the greeting. And then the new guy is LXDM. install LXDM auto reboot. Voilà, LXDM is installed, the files are there, the configurations are there. Do you want to auto login? Fine. There's no desktop, there's nothing there. It's just in the config. You want to auto login or not? There's not I want to auto login XFCE or an awesome, just auto login. And then there's a minimal other themes you can install, what kind of theme you would like, GTK theme, but there's also a industrial theme. We have our own Minimalo. The ATT has the Minimalo ArcoLinux LXDM theme Minimalo, which is now installed, which you can select, or the guys from the AWAR LXDM themes. Not a few in there, that's just 2 of them maybe I'd like, right? It's just free stuff from the AOR. So all choices are possible. You choose and you apply the settings. So all of this is now enabled, right? Enable LXDM service. And then here, last but not least, this is cool. It knows where it is, which one is active. So if you reboot and all that, he'll know, I'm on LXDM now. By default, it'll set it. If it's not set, you just set it, and I've left that freedom, right? Because sometimes you're working on SDDM, and next boot, I want to be on LXDM. So I want to be able to tell him, enable LXDM, and I want to be able to set everything and apply the settings and all that. And if I reboot, everything will be set, or same applies here, right? So the freedom is for me important in anything that I do, that you can choose from within SDDM the settings of LXDM rather than first rebooting and all that. This is interesting, the wall, right? These are the defaults, and from time to time I'll change them maybe, right? If I get tired of these things. But there is so much more. Install ATT backgrounds, and then probably you'll find something that's nice. And you can always import another image from your own system, and you choose whatever you want, and it knows, right? Up here there is at this point in time no reference, so there is a restart ATT necessary. And then we select in the drop down what exactly it is that you like. LXDM wall, drop down, which wallpaper from which login manager. It all matters, right? So it knows now that you've selected LXDM, enable LXDM. It knows by reloading everything. It says, you want to boot up later on with LXDM. Okay, cool. So that's by default then. And then you just select the wallpaper. It's now for LXDM. And if you set it for later, LightDM, enable LightDM. Probably need to restart here as well. Just showing you what happens. That the communication is there. It is a work in progress, right? There are still so many things I'd like to do. It's just time and less LightDM, and becoming less and less knowledge, which is cool. That's why I'm doing the project, to learn Python and to learn GTK. Voilà. Have fun trying it out. So we have now 3 choices. And any of the wallpapers, right, can be applied to SDDM, to simplicity, or you install other SDDM themes. There are lots of more themes, Materia Dark. So it doesn't really matter. In SDDM, it's great, right? It's just a very smart thing they do with their themes. And you just select the wall you want. Tell them, hey, it's going to be SDDM next time around. I'll check my wall. I do this, and of course don't forget to enable it. always that thing. So everything is separate. Whatever you type in the command in the terminal, it's here, right? Sudo systemctl enable SDDM for servers with force. All right, learn, enjoy ATT.